Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday morning, September the 16th. We have a coastal low that pounded away at northeastern North Carolina and the southeastern part of Virginia late yesterday and last night. I saw wind gusts as high as about 60 miles per hour along the Outer Banks. Places like Duck, North Carolina recorded wind gusts right around 60 miles per hour or so, and that was late in the day yesterday. It's conceivable there were even higher gusts in the overnight hours. This storm is moving slowly to the north. It will gradually weaken by later on today, into tonight, into the day on Wednesday. Nonetheless, it will spread some shower activity into much of the mid-Atlantic region. The heaviest rainfall, strongest winds today into tonight will extend from northeastern North Carolina to the southeastern part of Virginia to the Delmarva Peninsula, all the way into the southern part of New Jersey. Here's the latest look at the radar imagery loop, and you can see a circulation type of pattern here. NOAA's National Hurricane Center has not designated this a tropical system, a named tropical storm. That's debatable. It certainly has a circulation center. It certainly appears that it is strengthening over the water, and it certainly appears that once it moves over land, it will weaken, so it could be a named tropical system. Nevertheless, it is spreading some heavy rainfall this morning from the Outer Banks all the way into eastern Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, and southern part of New Jersey. Places like Cape May are getting in on some of the heavy rain bands today. There will be these strong winds and heavy rain bands, places like Salisbury, Maryland, Pocomoke City, Maryland, all the way to Rehoboth Beach, Lewis, Delaware, and all the way up into the southern part of New Jersey, places like Cape May. And again, yesterday there were reports of at least 60 mile per hour wind gusts associated with this system. Now, the push to the north and west will run into some drier air, and it will certainly have more difficulty putting down some significant rainfall north and west of the I-95 corridor region. Nonetheless, I do expect some beneficial showers in the immediate D.C. to Baltimore to Philadelphia to New York City corridor from later today into the day on Wednesday, and there can be some embedded thunderstorms in with this moisture shield. Now here's the latest look at the satellite imagery. First, it starts off with infrared satellite imagery, then it kind of transitions into visible with the sun coming up here off to the east. You can see at the very last few frames, very healthy thunderstorm activity now right over that circulation center. Yesterday I posted a video of the satellite imagery, and the circulation center was displaced from the thunderstorms. Now it is more aligned, and that could result in some additional strengthening over the next few hours. I posted that yesterday on Facebook and Twitter. Certainly should follow that if you watch these videos here, the Facebook and Twitter at Arcfield Weather. And this will continue to move slowly to the north. Again, the circulation center right now is over the water. It will tend to intensify over the next few hours. And again, some heavy rain bands. Eastern Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, especially the southern half, and all the way into the southern part of New Jersey. Again, it will encounter some dry air in that push farther to the north and west. Nonetheless, I do expect some beneficial showers in D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and all the way into New York City from this system. Well, let's walk through last night's 0Z run of the GFS. These maps available at tropicaltidbits.com. It has now bottomed out, most likely at about 1,006 millibars, may get a little bit lower than that in terms of its central pressure, and right off the Outer Banks right now. Still that circulation center, still out over the open waters of the western Atlantic, but about to move inland. And once it does that, it will tend to weaken. But heavy rain today, eastern Virginia, Delmarva, all the way into the southern part of New Jersey. Move forward in time. Notice moves inland, tends to weaken, which is typical of a tropical system. But again, it's not named by the National Hurricane Center. And here it is, the forecast map for this evening. Drier air will kind of erode away that moisture shield to the north and west of the I-95 corridor region. And also the combination of that dry air along with the weakening of this storm system as it tries to move to the north. Now, by later on tonight, that central pressure rises up to 10-12 millimar as again it moves inland and tends to weaken 10-14 by the overnight hours. But notice this moisture shield tends to spread out to the north and west. I do expect shower activity in the DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City corridor. Maybe even some decent downpours associated with the system later on tonight into the day on Wednesday. And again, there can be some embedded thunderstorms. This is the forecast map for midday on midday on Wednesday. By the way, the wind gusts along the coast easily can reach 40 miles per hour, maybe in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range across coastal New Jersey and the Delmarva Peninsula as well. Here we go into the latter part of tomorrow. Still, those bands of showers affecting the I-95 corridor region late in the day on Wednesday. Then it pulls off to the north and east. And here we go by the day. By the time we get to Thursday, maybe a lingering shower in the eastern part of the Mid-Atlantic region, but it will become partly sunny on Thursday. Temperatures will jump. One of the factors over the next couple of days, today and tomorrow, it will be unseasonably cool throughout much of the eastern half of the Mid-Atlantic region. That includes the big cities of DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, with this stiff onshore flow of air. East to northeast winds over the next 48 hours in this area will keep a lid on the temperatures. And you may have high temperatures on Wednesday, no better than 70 degrees in places like DC with a stiff east to northeast wind, no better than 70 in Philly and New York City as well. But by Thursday, it pulls off to the north and east. Sunshine returns, and with the return of sunshine on Thursday, temperatures will jump from highs of 70 on Wednesday to the low to mid 80s on Thursday in places like DC and Baltimore. And then after that, once again, we have another strong high pressure system over the southeastern part of Canada that really takes control of the weather for that Friday, especially Saturday, Sunday time frame. Temperatures will drop some over the upcoming weekend with the influx of this cool air associated with that high pressure system. Probably low to mid 80s for highs on Friday in that DC to New York City corridor, and then only the 70s for Saturday and Sunday. Will go all the way out to Sunday, and again, that high pressure system stays in control right through the upcoming weekend. So we do have a coastal low to deal with here over the next 12, 24, even 48 hours or so, especially across the eastern Mid-Atlantic region. The biggest impact from this strong coastal low will be northeastern North Carolina, eastern Virginia, Delmarva Peninsula, and the southern part of New Jersey. But even the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philly to New York City will get in on some of the action with some beneficial shower activity later today, tonight, into the day on Wednesday. That's it for now. For ArcFieldWeather.com, this has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.